It's a scary, scary world out there. There are plenty of reasons to make that assessment too. Lions, tigers, bears, oh my. But to top the list off, we definitely have to take a look at some of the craziest insects planet Earth has to offer. The appearance of some murder hornets, also known as Asian Giant Hornets, in North America has caused a significant amount of buzz. People who were living in blissful ignorance of the painful and petrifying six-legged creatures are now looking for more. So who would I be to deny them more scary bugs? And maybe some spiders. Hello fellow friends and philosophers, and welcome back to the most mind-bending channel on YouTube, Life's Biggest Questions. I'm your voice in the void, Keegan Hughes, and today we're going to be counting down 10 more insects that may be scarier than the popular murder hornet. Before we get started, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe for more leggy, wingy wickedness. Perfect, let's get going. Coming in at number 10, we have the Africanized honeybee. Before we had a murder hornet crisis, we had a killer bee panic. Yeah, there have actually been multiple big countrywide freakouts based on the Africanized honeybee. Unlike the Asian Giant Hornet though, we have no one to blame but ourselves. The killer bee was a man-made creation. Back in the 50s, Warwick E. Kerr crossbred some European and African bees. This resulted in a more aggressive insect who soon escaped into the world. These days they're local to South and Central America, but every once in a while we get a swarm or two in North America and everyone freaks out. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think King of the Hill did a killer bee episode. Maybe it was just regular bees. Either way, Dale is my hero. Now, killer bees are especially scary when you consider just how violent they are. If you tick one off, which doesn't take much mind you, they will chase you for about a kilometer before giving up. And if they're swarming, they've been known to kill. Killer bees do indeed live up to their name, with a kill list in the thousands since their creation. Don't play God, folks, you'll only live to regret it. Coming in at number 9, we have the camel spider. Now, this one is sort of funny when you think about it. It's not a camel, and it's not a spider. Some people call them wind scorpions, but they're not scorpions either. Camel spiders are freaky milky white insects that can grow up to 6 inches long, and if that doesn't freak you out, their hairy legs and awful looking head will. These are largely feared for their appearance, as they aren't well known to be aggressive towards humans. However, they have been known to bite people from time to time, and this is quite a painful experience. Thankfully, they're not deadly to people. They save their killer instinct for bugs, snakes, and small lizards. See, if something's a snake eater, I just can't trust it. Next thing you know, they'll be climbing long ladders. What a thrill. Coming in at number 8, we have the Titan beetle. Aw yeah. Beetles are actually super cool, but I get why some people are freaked out by them. They're so crunchy and hard-shelled, and all their legs and whatnot are hidden beneath their chitinous exterior. And to see one grow upwards of 6 inches, for some that must be absolutely day-ruining. And the Titan beetle truly lives up to its name. They're freaking huge. Titans, if you would. Found largely in South America, these big shiny bugs are not a huge threat to people. However, they do have some sharp mandibles that are indeed powerful enough to cut into human flesh. So if you like your skin intact and unsliced, maybe avoid Titan beetles as best you can. Coming in at number 7, we have the puss caterpillar. Would you just look at this thing? It's so soft and fuzzy looking. It kind of looks like a windsock for a shotgun mic. I might be getting off topic. No matter how fuzzy and touchable the puss caterpillar may look, you want to avoid it at all costs. It's a prime example of why you should never judge a book by its cover. Currently known as the most venomous caterpillar in the United States, the puss caterpillar is actually covered in toxic spines that will stick to your skin. They cause intense pain, rashes, swelling, abdominal soreness, headaches, and shock. Maybe shock as a result of all the other symptoms, but you get the idea. Once you've been stuck with these terrible little hairs, your best bet is trying to pull them out with tape. Now, the puss caterpillar is largely found in Florida, but has been seen in places like New Jersey and Texas, so keep an eye out for the little wriggling toupees. And once you've spotted one, avoid at all costs. Coming in at number 6, we have the giant WETA. Okay, this might sound a little judgy, but this bug made it on the list purely by being ugly. Like, so ugly. If I saw one of these in real life, I honestly don't know what I would do. What can prepare a person to run into a bug as heavy as a mouse? Like, really, these things grow to be as big as rats sometimes. These absolutely giant cousins to crickets can actually grow and weigh as much as a sparrow or mouse. Insects should not be allowed to grow that big, if you ask me. Apparently it gets its name from the god of ugly things, and yeah, I get it. Coming in at number 5, we have the saddleback caterpillar. Another prime example of cute caterpillars actually causing a lot of pain. You might look at these and go, oh, look at that little saddle. But don't be fooled. Touch it and experience fiery regret. The saddleback caterpillar has a brownish body with a green stripe that gives it the appearance of wearing a saddle. There are no little cowboys willing to ride one of these though. They have a wicked defense mechanism, urticating hairs. These are stinging follicles that cover these squirmy fellows, giving anyone who tries to touch them a nasty surprise. The hairs get into your skin, cause a painful swollen rash, and even induce nausea. Look, but don't touch. Coming in at number 4, we've got the gypsy moth. This is another bug that seems to be getting a lot of media attention lately. This big moth may not bite or sting, but it can sure cause a lot of damage. The gypsy moth is an invasive species that causes massive defoliation wherever it roams. Native to Europe and Asia, when found in North America, this moth severely weakens trees. They will eat all of the leaves on hardwood trees, leaving nothing to photosynthesize with, and to add insult to injury, the caterpillars will leave so many droppings that it appears to be raining them. Ecosystems take a big hit when the gypsy moth is around. Trees aren't the only things hurt when all the leaves disappear. Animals who once took shelter find themselves at a loss, and species that relied on shade have a tough time when exposed to direct sunlight. There are economic effects that cascade from the lack of leaves as well. So while these traveling moths don't attack any sapient creatures directly, they sure cause a whole lot of trouble. Coming in at number 3, we've got the golden orb weaver. And now for the requisite Australian entry of the day, the golden orb weaver. The land down under is well known for its terrifying fauna, and this big spider is no exception. Yes, a spider is not an insect, but this freak is simply too bone-chilling to ignore. The golden orb weaver is known to weave particularly strong webs. These sticky traps entangle not only large insects, but sometimes even entire birds. Once a suitable meal is trapped, the spider will crawl over and use its potent venom to put the poor thing down. This injection doubles as an enzyme of sorts, softening up the insides of the spider to then dine upon. Yeah, just look at this thing. Imagine watching it dig into a bird right before your very eyes. Life-changing to say the least. Coming in at number 2, we've got the warrior wasp. Back to some pure pain and sorrow, I see. These wasps are known for their aggressive behavior, which is never good when combined with an extremely potent sting. Justin Schmidt, entomologist and bug sting expert, rates the warrior wasp sting among the most painful out there. On a scale of 1 to 4, it rates the highest among 4s. Apparently it's like being chained to the flow of an active volcano and can last for up to 2 hours. While not lasting quite as long as stings from, say, a bullet ant or Asian Giant Hornet, there isn't anything that hurts more than a warrior wasp. Not my idea of a good time. And finally at number 1, we have the jewel wasp. While some of these insects may look horrifying or act aggressively, none embody the horror ethos more than the jewel wasp. This could be the inspiration for so many baddies in so many movies. They're not inherently dangerous to people, but the method that they use to eat their prey could cause some secondary trauma. Female jewel wasps find a suitable cockroach and paralyze it with their stingers. Once it's immobile, they then sting it again, right in the brain. Next, they inject a neurotransmitter called octopamine, which essentially zombifies the cockroach. There's no way for it to act of its own accord at this point. The zombified roach is then filled with wasp eggs, which hatch inside its still living body and begin to eat their way out. You know how roaches are well known for their ability to live through just about anything? Heads cut off, nukes detonating, etc. Well, roaches can live for up to 8 days while these baby wasps eat their insides. Absolutely terrifying. And there you have it, 10 more terrifying bugs. Well, 9 in an arachnid, but you get the idea. What did you think of the list? What's your favorite scary insect? Are any of these less scary than I made them out to be? Make sure you let me know down in the comments. Speaking of comments, let's take a look at some of your more personal ones from our top 10 insects scarier than the murder hornet part 1. Eric Acosta says, I'm Coyote Peterson, be brave, stay wild, we'll see you in the next one. Wait, I'm confused. Are you Eric Acosta or Coyote Peterson? Sean Deadman says, this month, murder hornets. Next month, pedo flies. The month after that, white collar crime ants. We're really shaping up to have a banner year, aren't we? You think we'll start jailing the insects? Kashi-kun says, video. What insect scares you the most? Me, flying cockroaches. I mean, I see flying cockroaches as a challenge. Gotta work on my reflexes somehow. Hellenic Boy says, I could live with the scorpion fly. Like, as a roommate? That would be interesting. And Cherry Silverfox says, we would try to cook it here in the south. It'd probably be good. Fry it up with a little seasoning, add some chili powder maybe, a crunchy snack. And that's all the time we have for today. Before I astral project into eternity, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe for more fun flying freaks. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.